good afternoon and welcome you all for this much awaited webinar. It is a great honor to welcome one of the most energetic persons I've come across in my life, Dr. Jagat Shah. So welcome on board. Thank you for joining us today. I know how busy you are on an everyday basis, and your time is, precious.
GRD group, amazing. I still remember, it looks like yesterday when I was there at your campus and meeting all your energetic, after meeting your students, it was, for several days, my battery was up, right? So I'm sure today again it is going to be like that. So friends, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share with you that some aspects of my life's experience in relation to startups and small medium enterprises. And when I say some aspects, I will bring to you three perspectives. One perspective is that of India, where I've been working and living since 1997. And another perspective is from the US, where how American companies do business, because I had an opportunity to work with American company for 4 years. And then a third perspective of China, how China does business and how our students in India, we compare to the startup ecosystem in US, China, and India, and as well as small medium enterprise. And many of you may also be, belonging to business families. So I will share some aspects about that also. So Arushi, can you upload the presentation? Yeah, so Arushi Mittal works with me and she is based in Kolkata. This is the power of one of the benefits of pandemic, that now people are hiring people from anywhere in the world, because lot of people working from home. So friends, this is what I'm going to share quickly today, right? So India unlimited opportunities. What is happening is a lot of us are disappointed with what's happening in India. I will give you a perspective. Okay, and what is competitiveness? So competitiveness definition is very important for students to understand, because as a student, when you understand competitiveness, you will understand how business is to be run or startup is to be done, right? And as well as how you have to, can you go back? Yeah. Then 7 forms of capital. People generally think money is the only capital. A lot of you youngsters, you feel, where will I get capital if I want to start business? You will be surprised. There are people who have started business with $100 and are billionaires today, right? We have examples of Narayan Murthy, also of Infosys, who had to put his wife's jewelry on loan to buy the first 5 computers. So what are the 7 forms of capital? Money is only one out of that. We will see that. Then triple helix of competitiveness, design thinking for startups. Design thinking is which everybody can do. A lot of people think design thinking means something to do with science. It is not like that. We will see. Action points, some of the suggestions based on my experiences I will share. When to do post-graduation, I'll share my perspective. 20 startup opportunities because of this pandemic and other situation, how things are happening now, and what are the creative industry opportunity. E-commerce value chain, how does it fit into your life, right? And finance options. So whenever I address youngsters like you, they mostly come up saying that got it, I want to do something, but where do I get money from? So I will explain to you some very interesting concepts of how to get money in 72 hours. You will see online. It is an online application. Okay, so then sunrise sectors for jobs, then 10 approaches to start and grow a business, and some of the videos. We will see if there is time, and in between, anytime you can put your questions in the chat. Yeah, next please. So friends, let me tell you something about India. See, we have been the fastest growing economy before the pandemic in a major economy. Okay, we have been third largest. We are already third largest in purchase power parity. This third box is very interesting. 532 million broadband subscribers. Okay, this has gone up now. This is 2019 March. What is the meaning of 532 million broadband subscribers? 53 crore are internet users. This is the power of India. This is changing the country. Okay, third largest rail network. 502 million smartphones and 1.1 billion phones in India. See, each box here, my friends, is an opportunity for you. You have to think in which box you want to sit and do something in terms of startup. It is for you to think. Each box is an opportunity. We have 1.3 billion people. 100 billion we are going to touch e-commerce industry in India. 500 million is will be our urban population by 2025. 350 million is our middle class already. We will add 150 million by 2025. I was doing one road trip in US in 2017, and I used to tell Americans that your population is 310 million. You just consider 350 million middle class as the market for you in India. And it is more than the entire American population. Forget 1.3 billion, right? So this is how we also have to think. We also have to think that India is a 350 million middle class market, right? Where anything which we make or produce or serve will be sold. Our Prime Minister has given a slogan to be $5 trillion economy by 2025. Just to put it into the perspective, friends, American economy today is $22 trillion economy. 22 trillion. And Chinese economy is 14 trillion. We are 2.8 trillion. Now you see the gap. And to reach 5 trillion by 2025 itself is going to be challenged, and it will only happen through exports. How much domestic consumption can we rise? So let's see that. Then we are already youngest nation of the world. You people, you make India the youngest nation of the world. Okay, 65% population of India below 35 years of age, and 50% below 25 years of age. This is the demographic dividend. Walmart bought out Flipkart, which was started with hardly 50 lakh rupees investment 13-14 years back for 1,40,000 crore rupees. That's the e-commerce power of India. 175 gigawatt of renewable energy will be added in India. Second largest road network. 99% literacy targeted by 2025. We are already at 80%. See, what is interesting for you to understand, we are already at 90% in digital literacy. Digital literacy also makes a difference in digital economy. We are today in a digital and knowledge economy. Highest foreign direct investment has come to India in 2017-18. Next slide. Okay, each box is an opportunity. I want to tell you at a macro level what's happening in India. Okay, 100,000 kilometer roads are being built, 18,000 megawatt power only in South India. 4 states have been added. Largest cotton producer of the world. 100 smart villages, 100 smart cities, 1,000 smart villages, 10 new metro rail stations under construction, 80 new ports are being built, 200 new ports are being built, sorry. And this is the difference. I always say between China and India. You will be surprised, in India we have 450 airports, in China 6,000 airports, and in USA 10,500 airports. Now you can see the scale. Aviation growth 20%, we are building 100 million houses for all. Largest dairy producer of the world. This auto is very interesting. Everybody in auto sector is saying that recession is there. In 2019, we produced 3.1 crore automotive vehicles. Imagine, they were not lined up. They must have been sold. The problem is that our automotive industries did not spend money on R&D, right? So there is a trouble because of electric vehicles being forced to come into market. So again, each box is an opportunity. This is how you have to view an economy. This is how you have to view India. And then we all fit into different boxes and different spaces within that. Next, please. So this is competitiveness, my friends. Even as youngsters, even as college kids, you have to understand this. Four aspects. Efficiently create goods and services that meet global market demand, leading to rising living standard for everybody in the society that is sustainable into the future. First two is economics, next two is social. Efficiently create goods and services. Whatever you do, are you doing it with the right technology, with innovation, with processes? This is a slide which I used to do in the early lockdown period in April, May, June, telling industry people that next 3 months, spend time on understanding what is the best technology in the world in your business. Okay, then that means global market demand. Whatever you do today, also whatever studies you are doing, you should study in such a way that is where will you be placed with this kind of a knowledge in international market if you have to go global. So I always say, like a startup, that whatever you do should have a global market. Don't just limit to Indian market. For that, understand best practices, find out which is the best company in whatever business you want to start with. Then third is higher rising living standard for everyone. I have been telling industry to hire student interns and fresh graduates in this time because they are going to be game changers in business. And equity is very important. Why in India we do not have a company like Facebook and Google and Amazon and Microsoft and Apple? All of these five companies were companies started by youngsters and started in universities, and all of them had no capital. We have seen the picture of Jeff Bezos in a small room when he started. How they became big? They gave equity in the company. They saw some youngster boy or girl whom they felt this person should work with me for 25, 30 years, and they gave an equity to them. We don't do that in our country. The moment you give equity, you become a team. And you know, small medium enterprise in India and startups also complain that people don't stay with us. Where is the sense of ownership for people to stay? The Facebook, the people to whom Facebook gave 2% equity are also billionaire today, right? But they stuck with the company. That's the model we have to adopt in startup. In startup, we don't need money. We need people. We need hands. We need brains, right? Then eco-friendly. All of you who are in business, your parents who are in business, tell your parents that doesn't matter whatever business they are doing now, doesn't matter. Start one new eco-friendly business, separate. And that will last for 20, 25 years. That's the future. Whatever your parents are doing now, let them do. Start one new eco-friendly business, whatever it could be. That will last and you become part of that. Even when you are in college, you can be part of that. In college, I'm certain, I also went to college. I'm certain you have 4 to 5 hours in a day free, maybe even more. So you can spend time, even 1 hour spending time in a business is good enough. Then digital. So we are in a digital economy. So try to see whatever startup you do should have a component of digitalization in it, and knowledge economy, work from home. I have gone to the extent of saying work from anywhere. Right? So why work from home? Work from anywhere. That concept has now come. See, my definition of change is the only permanent constant. Either you be an agent of change or a victim of change. All of you who are studying in college now, those who are not able to do anything with your life in next 5 years, you have not changed. That is my simple understanding, right? So we are already in a knowledge and digital economy with work from home as a new normal. This is going to continue even if the vaccine comes and even if normalization happens, the hybrid model is going to continue. The hybrid model of working is going to continue in corporates also, SMEs also, in education system and entire ecosystem of the world, right? So this is about competitiveness. Next, please. And just Dr. Ramchandran, the students have access to writing in chat, right? Do they have access? I want to ask some questions.
Yes, sir, they have access.
Yeah, okay. So students, quickly take 1 minute, and just write that how many of you want to do a job after you finish studies? Just write me. So okay, so friends, we go to the another very interesting aspect. See, I'm covering some macro aspect. This is important for you to understand micro when I come later. 7 forms of capital. This is called Wolfenson's framework. This is now adopted by World Bank to give loan to nations, and they put the points of the countries in this framework. Okay, see, there are 3 lower forms of capital and 4 higher forms of capital. Now you as a student has to see in which form of capital you fit in. Okay, so if you feel that natural endowment, agriculture, if we have agriculture, so we will be competitive, it is not true. Same way minerals, it is not true. If we are closer to market, then we will be competitive, not true. Same applies to your startup if you want to do something. Okay, so that is why our iron ore mines are in Jharkhand, but we export iron ore to Japan and iron ore export steel to India. Okay, so that is natural endowment is a lower form of capital. Even man-made is lower form of capital. We will see. Financial money itself is a lower form of capital. World Bank kind of an organization, which is a capitalist and financial organization, says money is lower form of capital. See, what are the higher forms of capital? Institutional, chambers of commerce, export promotion council, trade associations, predictable regulations, which is called justice system. Okay, and no hidden costs. Then knowledge is the only italic here, you see. And this is where you are at advantage. If you have gained knowledge in your university and spend time in R&D, which is actually the foundation of startups, and market linkage, then that is going to be leading to success. Money is not required. The knowledge is the capital. Statistics, opinions, records, data. Why everybody is saying data is the new oil? Because data is business. If you have access to data, you have capital. Then human attitude and motivation, self-responsibility, action orientation. How many of you are self-responsible? Many of you may be self-responsible, but how many of you are action oriented? That is the question you have to ask yourself. And then cultural. So trust, wealth creation attitude. There should be hunger to make money. There was a time in India when business people were looked down upon. It was thought that money making is sinful. It is no more so. I mean, how you use the money which you have made is what is more important than how much money you make. In a poor country like India, there will always be a smaller percentage of people who will be wealth creators, and they will have to create wealth for the entire nation. And that is what actually happens. When any business makes money and pays taxes in GST and income tax, it is from that money that government of India does all the development work for the poor people. So we as people who want to do business, startup or small medium enterprise should create wealth. That is our responsibility. Long-term thinking, Indian diaspora, language. A lot of people think that English, I don't know English, how I can do export, people tell me. Okay, but in China, less than 5% population speaks English. They do 8 times more export than India. Language is not a barrier for international trade. In Japan and France, people, even though they know English, they don't want to speak in English. They are so proud of their local language. Local language is a cultural capital. Nowadays, there is so much of technology. If I speak in Hindi, in Tamil language, for example, from Coimbatore to Germany, there is a software. The German guy will listen in German language, and when he replies in German, I will listen in Tamil. All software it is hardly $60, right? So technology is what we should be using to overcome our barriers. Next, please. Okay, and this is the triple helix of competitiveness. See, the interaction between academia, government, and industry. As students, you must understand this, right? And even faculty. So what is happening is the industry to government relationship is all right in India. Government decides rules and industry follows. In government to academia is also all right. Okay, government says give degree like this and academia follows. But academia to industry is very weak. And if you see in this triangle, in all the 3 sides which are common, innovation and entrepreneurship is mentioned there. So if you see in the Western model of education, you will be surprised. A university like Harvard, which is considered to be one of the good B schools of the world, they receive in Indian rupees average 450 crore rupees every year as funding from private sector to do actual market research for companies. And who does the market research? The students and the faculty together as a team. So naturally, a team of 8 people I met when I went there in 2017, who were working on a Coca-Cola project. Naturally, when they graduated, Coca-Cola hired all 6 of them, and there were 2 faculty who remained in the college. So this type of interaction is required between industry and academia. Next, please. Then design thinking, I'll come to this later. See, design thinking is a very interesting concept. This is about people. See, the design thinking word looks like technical. It is not so. Design thinking is nothing but, and as a startup, this is a tool which you can use. I'm going to show some videos in the end about it. It is just whatever pain point of the society you identify, that is a business opportunity. Every pain point of society is a business opportunity. You will see that all these Ola and Oyo and whichever, all these companies, Uber, they all came up because of pain points identified in the society, and they filled the gap and it became a business. So when you talk to more and more people, you will understand the pain point of people, and then you can come out with a solution which can turn into a business. Next, please. Action points. So this is something I wanted to ask, but I'm not getting response anyway. So those of you who want to do job, those of you who want to do business, those of you who want to do further studies, there is something I want to share to all of you. what is happening is, see, as per the World Bank's education report on India, last year, about 15% of fresh Indian engineering graduates were employable. Okay, employable, because it is a tragedy in our education system that what we are teaching is not relevant to industry. Okay, industry always says the students who come to us, they don't know what real industry is. It is not students' fault or any fault of the educationists. It is the entire system which is at fault. And maybe this new education policy will try to sort it out. So unemployable. Okay, and 1.5 crore, that is 15 million people every year join the job market in India. Last year they joined. 60 lakh, in my opinion, to the maximum would have got a job. So what are the others doing? And what will others do year upon year upon year? This 1.5 crore of last year will become 1.6 crore this year and 1.8 next year. So the answer to that is self-employability, the second part of it. Self-employability is nothing but startup. You first employ yourself in a startup, and then as it grows, you will employ others. Let's see. Next. So this is an option in front of you. Atmanirbhar Bharat is trying to solve this pain point of society itself is business. In this, I was just sharing to Dr. Ramachandran before we started speaking that in this pandemic, for 55 years, we used to import ventilators in India. For 55 years. And in this pandemic, we have started making ventilators, not only supplying in India, we have supplied 1,500 ventilators to United Nations, made in India. So United Nations will never buy substandard goods. It is a global tender. All companies in the world bid for it, right? So how is it that it happened? So pain point of the society, today pain point of society is survival. And when that pain point was identified, certain entrepreneurs came up, some entrepreneurs who are making machine tools, and they were doing 600-700 crore rupees turnover. They started making ventilator because they told me everything which is required to make a machine tool are the components required in ventilator. And they just changed. They had to make nothing, no new investment in machinery. And they were able to do it. Next, please. So you have to observe, and yeah, this is the theory of startups, my friends. This is where India is suffering. It is okay to fail, but fail early and fail small. I tell parents always. Parents are very amused in startups. They say, what my boy or girl is doing, going to some incubation center, sitting in a table and chair all day with a computer, and he says, I am doing some business. They are surprised. And they say, what will be his income or her income, what they will do later on. Parents have to be educated that in a startup ecosystem, it's okay to fail, but fail early and fail small. Failure is the foundation of innovation, right? Next. Make a video CV of yours. See, those of you who are looking for a job, don't make a paper CV. Who reads paper CV today? I'm surprised those people who may be reading a paper CV nowadays. Where is the time? And who will read so many paper CVs? Video CVs. You make a video CV, 4 minutes, that's all. In 4 minutes, how well can you explain about you and your qualities is the way I will hire you. And put it on YouTube, have a link, it is free. Make a video CV on your phone, it is free. Upload in YouTube, share the link to employers. In 4 minutes, they will decide whether to take a detailed interview of yours or not. You know, so video CVs have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is used to create network. Right. So right now you should be having your LinkedIn account where you should be posting all your projects also which you have been doing in college, and virtual interview skills you have to learn. Nowadays, a lot of virtual interviews are happening. People are being hired by American companies in India to do work for American companies. Earlier, the same American companies used to call the Indians there and under H-1B. Now they don't need to call also because their own people in Seattle are working from home in Seattle. So they say, what is the difference? Why not I hire people from India who will also work from home? They have built systems by which they are able to monitor the work, right? So you have to have virtual interview skills now. Next. Virtual internship fairs, AMROC, Synopsys, HP, some of these you should Google up and see. Right now also those are on. You can do virtual internships. It is not necessary to do a physical internship. Times have changed. We have to change very quickly. I told you, change is the only constant. Either you can be a victim of change or an agent of change. Next. And this presentation I will be sending to Dr. Ramchandran. I will request you can share to everybody, right? Study websites and information of company you are appearing for job. This very few people do. I have seen, I interview so many people. When I ask them, did you know which company you will be joining? They said, yes. I said, have you checked the website? They say, no. So then what you are doing with your smartphone? What type of movies are you watching? I mean, when you are appearing for an interview, you have to first see the company information, that the website or the details, and then you are prepared. Okay, and if you are prepared, you will be able to ask questions. Why you want the other person, the person who is interviewing you, to ask questions? You can also ask questions. No, that will turn the tables. That is the real interview. Okay, next. See, salary, lot of you, I am a recruiter. In pandemic, we must have recruited so many people. So salary, I always say, how much salary you want? My suggestion to all of you is always say to the person who is this asking to you that you decide. I want to learn first. You work and then get paid. I have seen people coming to me saying, first month I will work. I don't want salary. You see my work, after a month you decide salary. People have told me on the face, and they are working with me wonderfully. And so because when you say a particular salary, when you say I want 25,000, I mean, do you have that skill, any skill which that company is looking for? And how do the company know that you got the skill? They will only know when you start working. Take up the work. There is a shortage of work. Take up the work. Tell them, you decide which company will not give you proper salary. If there is a foolish company who will hire you and see that you are good at your work in a month and then not pay you a proper salary, right? So this should be the approach in your life. Next. Learn one foreign language, very important. See, it's a global economy. You should know one foreign language. This is the skill I am talking. This is the skill. The skill, this is what we are not teaching. This foreign language should be compulsory in colleges. Compulsory. That is the skill which will add. If 10 people are sitting for an engineering interview, engineering position, and if one out of them knows French, there is a possibility of that one person being hired more, because one extra skill is there, is a differentiator. Next, please. So everyone should do PhD. PhD, my definition of PhD is passion, hunger, and discipline. Anybody who has a passion, hunger, and discipline, full stop. You are a PhD. Okay, so these three qualities, if you have, the world is your stage and sky is not the limit. Next, please. Okay, if you want to, this is my philosophy. Some of you may agree, some of you may not agree. I say, or if you want to do post-graduation, then after graduation, first 2 years you work somewhere. Don't immediately after UG, don't do PG. If you go to many of the top schools in Western nations, you will see that they only admit people in PG after some years of experience. There is a logic to it. So particularly in Indian context, what happens, our education system is not teaching the realities of the industry or marketplace, right? So if you work 2 years somewhere, you will be able to know what is the reality of the industry. And then when you do PG, whatever is being taught in the PG, you will be able to relate to your experience. Then your learning level will be different. This is I always suggest to people. And you will also make some money. See, it is so proud that your parents paid up to bachelor's for you. Should you not be paying for PG yourself? Or should you still be dependent on parents at the after UG for you to pay for PG also? Or should you at least partly, not fully, I understand, at least partly you pay for your PG, you know? You will feel proud to be doing that PG course, post-graduation course. Next, please. So this is always I say, we don't need 2 to 3, 10,000 crore companies in India. Next, we need 10,000 companies with 2 to 3 crore turnover. Okay, this is what will create jobs. Big companies don't create jobs. Small companies create jobs. Where big companies work on automation, they have access to finance. Anytime stock market, they can go and get private equity with 0% interest. SMEs don't have access to finance, so they have to work on less automation. Okay, next. So startup is nothing but this only. SMEs create jobs. We need, people say India incorporated. I say India unincorporated. I mean, INC is generally attached to large companies. I say India SME. SME is un-INC. Next. A startup is a temporary, understand this is very interesting. Startup is a temporary organization to find a permanent business. And this is what is Atmanirbhar Bharat. So it's a temporary organization. Ultimately, after some time, generally I say 1,000 days, you will get into a permanent business. Otherwise, many of you may be knowing or may not be knowing, 85% of startups everywhere in the world, they close within 1,000 days. Right? So you have to see that it may change. A lot of things will keep changing. So this is how you have to look at it. Next. Identify a virtual career. There are a lot of virtual careers I will show, which are happening now. Next. Start a blog, tell a story, work in society. Society is what will teach you the lessons. Right? People who write blog, I know some people who are writing blogs, they are earning 1 crore rupees a year. 1 crore rupees a year. Their blogs are being used as marketing tools by multinational companies. Their only talent, some of them are 23, 24-year-old boys and girls. Their only talent is writing skill, that's all. Some of them are not even graduate. Next, please. Freelancer, problem solver, wherever you are living near your home or in your family circle, if any company has got some problem, go and try to understand what is the problem. With common sense, try to think what should be the solution. That is design thinking, and that will give you a real understanding of what are the challenges being faced by businesses and industries, and that will give you a startup idea. See, every problem in any company is a multiplier. If somebody in a family, friend or neighborhood, you see a problem, that problem must be being faced by so many companies in India. If you are able to find a solution to that, that itself is a business, because a lot of other people will accept that solution. Next. Pain point of society. I was telling you the example of ventilator. Whatever is the pain point of society is business. You should have the ability to understand the pain point of society. Next. And that will only happen when you interact with more and more people. Smart city, a lot of programs are happening. I always say, along with smart city, we should build hard city and smart village. Work in village, there is so much to do. We have 630,000 villages in India. 630,000 villages. Even today, 65% population of India lives in villages. What is India without villages? So much of opportunity to work in villages. There is one program we are running. I have put the website. You can connect to it. Next, please. Stay optimist. See, glass of water is either half full or half empty. It's up to you, how you think. Okay. So always that positivity of the mindset always will create positive reaction. Simple. Negativity of mindset will create negative reaction. It is a law of karma. It is proven. It is scientific. Right? It is all there in our scriptures. Next. Never join the rat race. This is also very important for me. Never join the rat race, because even if you win, you will still be a rat. So why join the rat race? Don't do what everybody is doing. Be a differentiator. We are a 130 crore nation, people nation, and you are joining 1.5 crore of the fresh graduates every year. So be a differentiator. Next. Yeah, you can skip this. We will see if there is time, we will come back. Okay. Yeah. These are just some personal traits. We will see if there is time. So this is also some message I want to give to the faculty as well as students. This is next. See, I consider students should consider the faculty to be a sage on the stage. This is very important, and how much respect you give to it. And next, and a guide on the side. Next. See, this is a mentor on road. I want to appeal to faculty. Next, please. This is a program we run. See, my appeal to parents is, to faculty is, adopt 5 students for mentoring for a year. You adopt, each teacher, you adopt 5 students, you select. And you say you will mentor for a year. Mentoring is beyond education. Mentoring is beyond classroom lecture. Mentoring is beyond teaching. Mentoring is personal. You may even have to go to their home. You may have to understand their family background, their living conditions, their sociology, psychological aspects, and then you groom them. 5 students each teacher, if you mentor in a year, whatever they become in life will be your byproduct, will be because of you. This is the true mentoring. Mentoring is not somewhere in a startup incubation center where you mentor, right? So, and mentoring can be for job also. Mentoring can be for higher studies also. It can be for startup also. Mostly people think mentoring is for startup. It is wrong thinking. Why mentoring cannot be for further studies or even for a job, right? So this will be a very big game changer. Next. And I always say Saraswati and Lakshmi stay together. There was a time when people used to say Saraswati and Lakshmi can't stay together. You know, so all the teachers would never be very rich. The kings would be rich and kings would hire the teachers and teachers would teach, but will have very high respect. The children of king will also bow and touch the feet of the teacher. You know, so much, even today it happens like that. See, Narayan Murthy used to touch the feet of his teacher even at very high elderly age also. That's our culture in our country. What I'm trying to say is now Saraswati Lakshmi stays together. Why IT? IT is nothing but Saraswati. But how much money IT sector has got now? What is pharmaceutical? Saraswati. Pharmaceutical became successful because of research and development. Research and development is knowledge. Knowledge is Saraswati. Okay, and this is an old figure. Coursera, I still remember 10 or 12 years back, 10 years back, I used to tell education system in the country that start online courses. And everyone used to say, no, Indian students are not ready to take online courses. And now Indian students are doing masters in America online from India. How it has happened now? And Coursera type of a company is doing 980 crore rupees of business, which is all online. And this is before pandemic. This is not after pandemic data. This must be 3 times, I think. So we need to see that as startups, as youngsters, even as faculty, how much of our education can we digitalize? Very soon, it's not going to be about infrastructure, physical. It's going to be about the soft infrastructure. Next, please. So it's an opportunity for students also. Next. Yeah, Udemy is similar. See, consulting to industry, Saraswati and Lakshmi together. Next. Yeah, so these are some quick startup opportunities I want to share with all of you. Drop shipping has become big. See, drop shipping is something because you know what has happened, you will be surprised. In America, 10 years of growth which happened in e-commerce has happened in 6 months of pandemic. Can you believe? Even with such a large, almost you can say 90% of American population are internet users. 96% have credit card. See, in e-commerce business, only 3 things are required: access to either computer or smartphone, internet connection, and credit card. That's all. You don't need anybody who has these 3 is your customer. So drop shipping is related to e-commerce business, where you are acting as an intermediate between, for example, Amazon and the consumer, right? So that, and it doesn't require huge investment. So that is one opportunity. In detail, if anybody wants to know, for each one of these opportunity, we have got a complete feasibility study. We can share with you. Okay. So meals to go, this has become also a big opportunity. Stock photographer, take photographs of things and you can upload and sell for $5, $1, $10. People are doing. I know youngsters who are selling $8,000 to $10,000 of photographs a month, and photography is their hobby. It's not their career. Now they say this better this be my career, right? Content development, website flipping, bike sales, service and rentals has gone up because of all this pandemic. Food truck, custom printed products, handmade jewelry, anything handmade is becoming big demand because you know in Western nations particularly income levels are high. Per capita income of US is $68,000. India is $3,000. So after a certain stage, they like to they like things which are handmade, though it is costly, but it can be sold online. Financial planning services. Next. These are some ideas for startups. online home tutoring is becoming big. This time it happened because of a force that schools and colleges were closed, particularly schools. Home tutoring became a big activity. Virtual dance studio. I know so many families who are taking dance lessons virtually. Earlier, never it was imagined. And they were doing good learning. Even music, tabla teaching has started happening virtual. Packing services, social media promotion, vacation host, home automation, small things, home energy, home solar energy, last mile delivery solutions, staycation. So, next. These are some creative industries. I leave the slide for you to see. It is very simple. Heritage, arts, media, functional. So creative industries are such where your inclination and nature should be towards this. You do not need much capital. It doesn't require much capital. It requires more of your sweat, more of your time, more of your knowledge process and thinking process. So these are some of the good opportunities in creative industries like design, for example, graphic designing. You can learn graphic designing also online, plus you can then do graphic designing. Every company today, if you see social media promotion, any social media promotion you see, it is all graphic design based. And then some of that is video based. So there's so much of opportunity in any of this. Next, please. These are again low capital businesses. Okay, so many people say I don't have access to money. Handmade candles, pickles, jute bags, incense sticks, but different. These are not normal incense sticks. You have to think something different. Music, theater, weaving, fashion boutiques. Again, junk jewelry. Junk jewelry has become a big business. You go online, you see, look at the price, you will be crazy. From the burnt tires, people are making jewelry. Burnt tires. From the automotive thrown away components, people are making jewelry, and it is selling from the junk. Cultural events, the organic soap, anything organic is good demand in Western nations, right? So some of these. Next. After this pandemic is over, two things. Anything new in technology and new in process is going to prosper. Next. See, this is how you convert ideas to brands. This is by an Ahmedabad-based design studio. Hue Design Studio has designed. It is whatever, see, when you look at a pain point in society, it will give you an idea. You do a little bit market research on that by talking to people. That's all. It doesn't cost anything. People whom you know, and then refine that idea again by talking to people. And then you decide a branding strategy and brand. Brand generally people think, oh, it is for big companies. It is not like that. Every big brand which is today started small, no? Apple was what? Can anybody think a computer or phone can have a Apple logo? That too a little bit eaten. And when it started, who knew about it? So this is a wrong thinking that brand is for big companies. Brand is nothing but quality. Whatever you do, how you maintain the quality, consistency over a period becomes a brand. Next, please. See, now I come to this. So this is a very interesting portal. It's called lendingcard.com. Some of you may be knowing. And in 72 hours, they process your loan application. No collateral security required. No collateral security. Interest rates are mentioned 1.25% per month and flexible payments. Now, what is the important thing here? This company, you have to do online application. What is one problem? If I want to do a startup, I want a loan, I go to a bank. The bank manager, for whatever reasons, I want only 15 lakh rupees. The bankers have told the bank managers that small loans do not encourage. It is just a verbal instruction. So they don't want to encourage. Then there are some sectoral aspects. They don't give loan in certain sectors. Then manager doesn't want, is going to retire, doesn't want to take a burden of, later on becoming an NPA. Many reasons. Sometimes there is corruption. Here, no need to go to bank. You apply online. This is the portal. From your home where you are sitting now. You apply. The only difference is that you have to make a good business plan. See, let me tell you one thing. In India today, there is no shortage of money for startups. I challenge anybody come to me and say, I am not getting access to finance. I challenge that person. And the reason they are not getting access to finance is a poor feasibility report and a poor business plan. That's it. There is no other reason. If your business plan and feasibility report is perfect, I mean, as per the requirements of the anybody who will give you a loan, either a personal person or a banking institution or NBFC or anybody, everybody who will give you money will see, no, that their money should come back. No, there is no charity. This is not charity. You are doing business. When I give charity, then I don't want my money back. But I'm not doing charity to you. I'm going to expect something back. So I will make sure that it is going to work. So is your proposal like that, that it gives me the confidence that it will work? So that is more important aspect rather than finance. Everybody is saying, if I get finance, I'll do this. But what you do, you have to write properly. And if you upload here, then you can get it. I think more than, in just this pandemic, this portal has disbursed more than 3,000 crore rupees. Disbursed. I'm not telling sanctioned. Next, please. And this is for SMEs. The next one is for small medium enterprise. This first one is for startups, because in the first one you can be a new company also in this lending card. The next slide. Yeah, this is for small medium enterprise who have more than 3 years of business history in terms of income tax returns. It's called PSB loans in 59minutes.com. Some of you, if you are doing business for 3 years or your parents are doing, this is applicable to them. This is also an online sales portal. PSB is public sector bank. All the public sector banks of India have created a marketplace. And this also you just apply online. You don't have to go anywhere. It is sanctioned in 59 minutes. The portal is called PSB loan in 59minutes.com. You just need to upload your GST certificate, your income tax returns of last 3 years, your bank statement of last 6 months, the director or owner's personal details. That's all. They are not even asking project report. What they are saying, we will look at the history of the company to decide the future. In any way, who is able to predict the future? If some companies, if some banks had last year given a loan to companies, did they think pandemic will come? What kind of analysis they can do? But based on the past record of the company in income tax returns, where the data ratios, bank statement, promoters background, they can determine whether, doesn't matter what this company will do, they will do well, other people, right? So that is something which is the criteria for this company. And here the algorithms are there which checks everything and then gives you a in principle approval, right? And again, no collateral security. Next. These are some for those of you who are seeking a job. These are some good sunrise sectors right now. Content creator, cloud computing, video conferencing, cyber security, digital signatures is becoming very big business. Authors, cosmetics, e-learning, some of this we have seen earlier. Artificial intelligence, IT equipment, gaming is emerging to be a huge industry. This is a good skill for you to learn. 3D printing, shampoo, some of these things, right? So web developer, streaming. Next, please. So this is the e-commerce. Okay, I wanted to ask, I don't know if I can still see in the chat. How many of you, can you write in the chat, how many of you buy things online? How many of you buy things online? Anything?
There are a lot of things coming up, sir. I think.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I have the access now. I'm seeing it. So, okay. Now, how many of you or your parents or anybody you know in your circle, how many of you sell online? Now you write, how many of you know someone who sells online? Right? So, not many. This is the tragedy. This is the tragedy. Tell your parents that we are buying online. It means we have got trust on other people's products. We are not selling online. We don't trust our products. We should be selling online. Whatever we do. In my programs, I almost challenge that there is no product or service which cannot be sold online. I always tell everybody, tell me your product. In 1 hour, I will show you somebody in the world who is selling that product or service online. It is my challenge. Next, that's the future. That's the marketplace. We are not in the market. This is BlueNile.com. Very quick, 2-3 examples. There is an American company. They sell diamonds. They sell diamond-studded gold and silver jewelry online. It started with a $50,000 capital by 4 youngsters in US. It is now a New York Stock Exchange listed company, 8-year-old company. All the diamonds come from Surat. The portal is made in Chennai. The designs are made in Ahmedabad. There is no other raw material of this business. This company is white American. Last year, its sales was 3,250 crore rupees. Online, credit card, advance payment. Small industries complain that payment terms are bad, 90 days credit, payment doesn't come. Here there is advance payment, there is a technology tool we don't want to adopt. We want to complain about long credit terms in the market. And when there is a technology tool, we don't adopt. In Surat, 90,000 crore of diamonds are produced every year. There is no single online sales portal. We are missing the technology race. We are IT producers. We have become IT producers in our country, not IT users. So we are producing IT, we are exporting IT, we are making other nations more competitive, and we are not using IT in our own country. I always joke about Alibaba, that Alibaba looks like an Indian name. How is it a Chinese company? Right? Anyway, next. Start something online. That's what I'm telling. Very nearby to you, Coimbatore is Allapi in Kerala. You know, I used to do a lot of work for a World Bank project there in Allapi. And this koi doormats are made there. I met a lady there from Houston, and she just came as a tourist, and then she understood the industry. She started a company called personalizeddoormats.com. Her sales is 6.5 crore rupees online. And she buys these doormats from Allapi even today at 250 rupees per doormat, and she sells for 2,800 rupees. 6.5 crore rupees sales. She says 100% is my profit margin after all expenses. Are we doing this kind of business in Allapi? Right? So again, coir is from India, doormat is from Allapi, portal is made in Ahmedabad, the designs for this is made in Jaipur. Only the owner is American. Next. A lot of people tell me consumer goods can be sold. This is an industrial company, cyprusindustries.com in Austin. They sell auto parts online. This is the 50 fastest growing company in America. 300 crore rupees auto parts sale. They buy auto parts from Jamshedpur and Chennai and Pithampur and Rajkot in India, and also from China. All auto parts are from India. Portal is made in Ahmedabad by someone I know. I only show those examples whom I know very well. Okay, so this portal is made in Ahmedabad, and the company still is white American. I keep using the word white American because if it is Indian American, I will be half happy. Right? So we are not there. Next. And I'll show you some why we are not there. I'll show. So this is simply called e-commerce value chain. See, very interesting, upgrading the value chain of doing business. We are right now only in production area. We are transporting raw material to our factory, converting to finished products, doing quality checking and packing. Lowest profit margin is here. Go one step back, do designing. Profit margin will go up. Branding, online branding, and unconventional marketing channels. Next. See, this is LinkedIn data. You will be surprised. It is so shocking. Home textiles and furnishing segment in LinkedIn. Consumer goods. Owner, CXO, Vice President, Director level of people, 985,000 have a LinkedIn profile. Only 53,000 from India. Whereas India is the center of manufacturing of this product. So we are not there. People, when we write to anybody about our business, they first check us on LinkedIn, who we are as a person, because people do business with people first, company second, product third, and price fourth. They can't find us. They don't reply. Food, beverages, check any of the segment. Next. So we are a IT producer country, not a IT user country. Next. It's okay. Next. This is for SMEs. See, now these are my last two slides. Next slide, Arushi. it stuck? Yeah. See, these are the strategies for a startup. Whenever you get into business, whatever you do, or even your parents, see, your personality will always be the company's personality. Whatever knowledge you carry will be the knowledge in the company. So always be a learner. Next. Okay, strategic planning, not market share, grow with discipline. Give 1,000 days to grow any business. Don't rush. Next. Lower cost means lower price, so cost control is important. Next. And innovation, this is very important. Do one thing better than anyone else. I was reading in newspaper Kohli's statement. Kohli said when he was, his father mentioned that when he was 14 years old, he was rejected in a team because somebody asked money to take him in the team. It came in the newspapers that if he wants to join some team selection, he will have to pay money at the age of 14. His father was telling, and that is the time when then Kohli replied only recently that is the time when I thought that so many Indian population is there, so many youngsters like me are there. What is it different in me that without paying money I can get into the team? And he said, he said, by nature, I am not an aggressive person. But he said, I built an aggression in cricket in me as my differentiator. He said, that is not in my nature. But I deliberately worked on it, and that became my differentiator, the aggressiveness which I have towards my cricket. And he said, that took me to where I am. You know, what I'm trying to tell you is do one thing better than anyone else. Then you are away from the crowd. Otherwise, you are part of the crowd. There are 25 people called for an interview. What is differentiating you? All have the same degree. So there has to be some differentiator. That I call as innovation. Next. Customer comes second, service comes first. This is a concept for small, medium enterprise. Next. See, this is my philosophy. Always hire for attitude, train for skills, and empower them with authority. I tell always small, medium enterprise owners, and to you also as youngsters, I'm telling, when you start getting into business and when you start doing something, and when you hire people, hire youngsters, and hire them for their attitude. Maybe still 5 years, 10 years down the line, they may still not have the skills which are required. We are still not a skilled nation, right? We may become an educated nation, but not a skilled nation. So hire them. If their mindset is positive, my thinking is any skill in the world can be trained, right? So if you see a positive attitude, hire them. Next. And training, get all thinking like they own the place. Very important part of training, right? Sense of ownership is there. Next. So employee morale, celebrate everything, embrace mistake. These points are if you are doing a startup. Okay, so you will have a limitation that, you are not a big company. So you have to retain people. That's how you do. There are some philosophies. Small success also should be celebrated. And whenever there is a mistake, embrace it. To the startup owners and SME owners, I always say that have a philosophy with your team that all success is yours, failure is mine. If you can build on this philosophy that success is yours and failure is mine, you will see the team bonding better. And I always say it is okay to make mistake, but never repeat the same mistake, because mistake is the foundation of innovation. So even in startup, you can make mistakes, but never repeat the same mistake. If you repeat, it is stupidity. It's not mistake. It means you didn't learn. You will never learn then. Next. Break the routine rule of sales and sell. Never think that this is the way everybody is doing, and this is the way everybody has been doing for so many years. Right? Be innovative. Next, in selling, whatever you do, never stop thinking like an entrepreneur and delegate authority. You see, this is a problem with our small, medium enterprise. The owners, they do operations. My theory is very simple. Even to the startups, I want to tell those who want to do startups that the work of an entrepreneur is not to run a business. The work of an entrepreneur is to grow a business. Let the running of the business be handled by the people working in your company, to whom you are paying a salary. Your work should be to grow the business. That's all. Most of the SME owners, they spend time in operations, for which already people are hired, but they do it themselves. So where is the time to grow the business? There is no time. So business doesn't grow. Get away from operations. So for that, you have to delegate authority. right? People say if I delegate authority, somebody will do cheating. There are systems to hold to make them accountable. You have to apply systems. Next. So these are some very interesting videos you can go through later. See, short 2-3 minute videos. Importance of feasibility studies. In video, what happens? There is a very good in visual, short time visual audio interaction. 5 market survey tips for small business owners. Do you need a business plan or feasibility study? Just in 3.5 minutes, you will get it. How to do market research for your startup. There are some market research techniques in this video. Next. Some interesting videos for SME innovations. Next. 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 There is just a very interesting lockdown book I had written in April, May, June. There are 90 lockdown tips in this for SME owners and 90 lockdown tips for startups. And many lockdown tips for life. That in lockdown, when you are in a house, what is it that you can do productively, right? Next. That's it. My contacts are there. Anytime you can email me. I'm always free. In my company, I have delegated work totally. I'm always free. So whenever Dr. Ramchandran tells me, I come and I talk. Right?
The privilege,
So-
sir. Thank you very much for that.